Hey guys, this is JB3 and we are back with another episode of FIFA World Academy where we take one player from every country, put them on one squad and see if we can take them to the Champions League. So we're here in August, we're still in the transfer window, we have FC St. Pauli and then we will move on to the... I still don't know the name of cup because it's in German, but you get it, the German, I think it's just the German cup it might be. We take on Munich, I believe. So we'll see how that does. What we'll do is we'll roll out the B and the C squads in this game, get them a little action, and see if we can pick up on our very first win of the season. So I know I did mention it earlier, obviously at the start of this episode and last episode, the B and the C squad. So this is how we're going to line it up. We still have to change the substitutes around, but this is how we're going to line it up as of now. It's going to be Fuentes up top, Castaneda in the cam role, Cardoso out left, Mason and Renaud, which we will move Renaud out of there, and we'll get Benarbia on the right side. It will be Petros, Barrios, Rossi, and Haber at the back, and then Katoon in the goal, so he'll be leading it for the B squad. So I know I've mentioned it a couple times now, and just so you guys know what the B and the C squad are going to look like, we're going to have Fuentes up front, Castaneda in the cam, Cardoso on the left, Mason and Lucero in the middle, with Benarbia out right. We'll have Petros, Barrios, Rossi, and Haber at the back, with Katoon in net. And the C squad will be Carrizo and Bastos up front, with Berger, Aboleto, not Adebola, Lucero, Way, and Rossi, Lee, Vanderberger, and Barrios at the back, with Rodney in net. So we're here in our game against FC St. Pauli, and we will roll out the B squad. You guys just saw what it is, so let's get into this game and see if we can get our first win of the season. And we'll get this game underway. Fuentes wins the ball on a turnover, gets it on, sends a cross over to Cardoso, who puts it in, and it's 1-0 Braunschweig. Not much offense from either team, but we get the big turnover from Fuentes, and the young Brazilian gets us started here in this game as he smashes it on. He gets behind, a nice little play by him, and he gets right onto it, unmarked in the box, and a beautiful play from Fuentes. Does all the heavy lifting, and then Cardoso, all he has to do is tap it home and gets it around the goalkeeper, and it's 1-0. Rossi carries it up forward through the midfield, cuts inside, drops it off to Castaneda. He'll go to Lucero. Lucero now with the ball, gives it back to Castaneda. He has a chance, who slips it to Fuentes. He's right in front. He finds the net, and it's 2-0. 5 minutes on, and Fuentes finds it back into the back of the net. He earns himself a goal. He did all the heavy lifting 5 minutes ago to get Cardoso going, and now Castaneda lays it right off to him, easily puts it past him, and we're behind the goalkeeper, and it's 2-0. Gets behind us here, they'll drive on, and Katoon! A big block, 2-on-1, and Katoon comes up big, makes the block and sends it out for a corner. Petros on the ball, sends it down to Benarbia. He'll cut inside, lays it there for Castaneda. He has the ball, has a chance, drops it to Benarbia. It's in the box. He takes the shot, and just wide. Still hoping for that first goal of his career. He's had a lot of good shots, but even still here in the Bundesliga too, he sends it wide. Fuentes, another breakup, wins the ball, gets in behind, one-on-one, can't beat the keeper, rebound, can't beat the keeper, third chance, can't beat the keeper, and Castaneda can't get the rebound. Fuentes with another turnover, and can't do anything with it. Benarbia now, with the ball, drops it off to Lucero. Can he do anything? Or no, it's Mason on the ball, has the ball, carries it up, and dropped, turns it over. All right in front. And they pass right through us. They get into a good position, but the defense is there to help break it up, and then Katoon just has to tap it wide and keeps it out for a goal, or for a corner kick. Out wide to Haber, who gets on the ball, tries to move it into Cardoso and does, flips it over to Castaneda. He drives in, has a chance right on the goalkeeper, knocked away. Benarbia tries to head it back. And is it a goal? It is. It finds the back of the net, and Bernabia, in the most unlikely way, finds a goal for the first of his career. It's the deflection off the goalkeeper, a really tight angle. I thought there was no way he was going to get that not into the side netting, but he does. He sneaks it through. The little header pops it right back towards the goalkeeper, and he just can't do anything with it. He gets a hand to it, but it doesn't go far enough out of the goal and finds itself into the netting. An unbelievable goal here for Bernabia and Braunschweig as they take a 3-0 victory, or 3-0 lead.
I don't think we expected this. Such a one-sided.
Oh, we miss with the tackle and they get behind us. They'll drive in, but they don't ever cross it. It's headed on finally, and they do cross it. And once they do, it's an easy goal. It goes right past Katoon, and they answer right back. And it's 3-1 now for Braunschweig as they have now a dangerous 2-goal lead over St. Pauli. Haber gets on the ball. He'll drop it off to Castaneda. Tries to slip it through and does to Lucero. Long range shot, and ooh, a good shot there on his very first one. And it gets cleared away. The goalkeeper does well to handle it. Haber's on the ball. He carries it forward here for Braunschweig. Has a chance. Goes wide to Cardoso. Cardoso carries it in. What's he going to do with it? Tries to chip it in. A little header and a flick on. And it's Fuentes. Is he? Oh, he's offsides. An unbelievably beautiful goal. Called back only for the offsides call. So we'll make 3 changes. It's Berger, Hansen, and Aro out or in for Cardosa, Mason, and Castaneda. Lays it up to Fuentes. He has the ball. Tries to get something going. Drops it into Berger, who carries on. Takes his first shot, and it's right on the goalkeeper and saved. Sent out now by St. Pauli and cleared away. Centers it for Braunschweig. Now Fuentes has the ball. Tries to carry on. Can't go any further, so he's delayed off to Aro, who gets it back onto Fuentes. Behind, long-range strike, and it laces into the back of the net. And Braunschweig on a roll here over St. Pauli, who sit somehow atop the table. Although it's only been 2 games, maybe they're not as good as they had thought after starting hot. And Braunschweig come on as Fuentes finds the second of the day, and it's in the back of the net.
Building steadily here, keeping possession.
Controlled by St. Pauli. They get behind us and they find the second. And unfortunately, we weren't able to get it cleared away, and they get a second here, but it still might be too little, too late for St. Pauli, as it's 83 minutes in, and we still have a 2-goal advantage. Lucero gets on the ball in the middle. He'll move it along to Hansen, who's going to push forward, but that'll do it. And Braunschweig, here in a surprise upset, get the victory. And it's 3 points as we take the victory 4-2 over first place St. Pauli. It's a 13 shots, 10 on target, and we control possession. We didn't do great defensively, but we did enough. And it's Fuentes with a 9.4, Castaneda an 8.7, Cardosa 8.4, Mason 7.1, Katoon 7.7, Petrosh 7.7, Barrios 8.0, Rossi 8.3, Haber 7.5, Bernabia 8.3, Lucero 7.1, Hansen 6.3, Berger a 6.6, Aro an 8.0, and that'll do it as we take the victory 4-2. So we also have a transfer offer for Josh Haber, and just to make things interesting, I think I'm going to entertain this one. They're pretty close to evaluation, but we'll come in and maybe see if we can get a little bit of extra money out of them. Maybe make some transfers here. So we're going to accept that and see if they can come to terms. So Clucci will actually go out on a 1-year loan to Paderborn, and we have another loan offer here, this time for Peter Lee, the Australian center back. And it is to Preston North End. And you know what? I think I will accept that and see if we can get him a loan. He's a pretty good player, but I think he needs a little bit of growing. Maybe see if we can improve him a little bit. But, we don't have a ton of center backs, so if he doesn't go, I won't be that upset. And the transfer negotiations between Josh Haber and Santos have broken down. So we will take on Munich, and we have a bunch of young players in this C squad, so it should be interesting. Rodney gets his very first start, the Netherlands goalkeeper. Standing at 6'5", let's see if he can keep these goals out of the net. We'll take on Munich, who we played last year a bunch, but now we take them on in the Cup squad here in the Bundesliga 2. And we'll get this game underway. Peter Lee gets past his man, controls it up to the middle, lays it off here for Adebayo. Abeletto puts it in and he gets the shot. Off and in it goes. Oh man, what a play here from Braunschweig as all the young players connect and get the ball off into Abeletto. The young player from Venezuela gets the first goal of his career, and it's here in the Cup game. Unbelievable passing, he just comes streaking right down the middle, puts a hard shot on, and it all starts with the big man Peter Lee, who gets past his man after losing the ball. And maybe he doesn't need a loan spell as the center back, nimble-footed, leads the charge and gets us started out of the back, and we get this one 1-0. Way, gets it on to Carrizo. Carrizo tries to control the ball and gets away from the defender. Now he'll slip it out wide to Berger. Berger tries to center it here for Lucero, who's going to try and drive and sends it in and has a chance. A big stop by the goalkeeper off the deflected shot, and it's still controlled though by Braunschweig as they pressure forward. Tries to send a cross and it's cleared away.
And that will end the threat, at least for the moment.
Oh, turned over, a poor pass, and the cross goes in, and Rodney can't do anything with it. And they were just pressing so high up the field, we didn't have anyone come back to us to get the pass away. And then it turns into a cross and an easy goal here for Munich as they get it past Rodney, who couldn't do anything on it. There was just no one there, just too much pressure, and forces a bad pass, and they get the shot off easily.
Some options now for the pass.
Munich push up into the middle here. They'll go to the edge of the box. We can't break it up and win the ball. Now they're into it. They slip it on behind us, and Rodney can't do anything, and the reactions are just a little too slow. And it's 2-1 here as Munich take the lead right at the end of the half. We're only at 42 minutes, so not much opportunity to try and get one back before halftime as they just get right around us. And Rodney just not there yet on the reactions. Bastos get the ball. He'll move it on to Carrizo. Carrizo has a chance to Berger. Berger driving in. Can he do anything with it? Cuts back inside. Lays it off. Headed on and off the bar. A beautiful play. Had the goalkeeper beat. But Bastos just couldn't get it underneath the bar and into the back of the net. And it would have been a sure goal. But we'll get another opportunity. We'll line it up for a corner. It'll be Berger. He'll send it right in. Has Bastos, but it's punched away. Peter Lee now on the ball, tries to make something happen. Swings it in, top of the box, takes the shot and knocked away by the goalkeeper. And Braunschweig here in the 55th minute find their footing and are now on the charge to try and find a second goal.
But he didn't really control.
Mancella moves it up, has the ball, tries to send it long, has Ward on a run behind the defense, drives on, takes the long range shot, and oh, he can't finish. Maybe should have taken a couple extra touches, but tries to launch it from the edge of the box and just sends it wide and outside the post. Goes up into the middle here. Carrizo holds on, lays it there, drives on now. Braunschweig into the box, gets past his man, drives in, shot, no! Rebound shot, Ward off the post, and another missed opportunity for Braunschweig as they continue to look for that second goal. Ward dents the post, and again just can't get it inside.
So unlucky with that effort.
All intercepted here. Mancilla drives onto the ball, tries to chip it over, has a chance here for Ward. A third, no, saved by the goalkeeper, and Ward unlucky to score again.
It was a decent opportunity, I think.
We'll get it rebounded and reset here for Braunschweig here at the final end of the game. Ward has the ball, has a chance, slips it on, gets it on to Benson. He'll lay it off right in front of the goalkeeper, and it's into the back of the net. Final minutes, and we find it. It's Carrizo getting the goal, and it will be 2-2 Braunschweig. And I'm not sure how this one goes if we don't go into penalties or we go into extra time, but we have tied the game here in the final minutes. Carrizo bangs it off the keeper's face and into the back of the net, and we finally break through as we've been pushing hard and unlucky so far, but now we finally break through. And that'll do it. That's the end of the game. I'm not sure how this one ends or if we play a second leg, but we have a draw. It looks like there is a second leg to come, so we'll go in. Oh no, it looks like it's going to be extra time for Braunschweig and Munich. Swings it wide here. It's on to Barrios. He'll slip it on, gets it on to Mancella. Mancella at the end of the half crosses it in. It's a loose ball in the box and can't get on the end of it is Hansen. And that'll do it for the first half of extra time. We'll continue all even here. Ward gets the ball, sends it on to Carrizo. He can't quite beat his man, so he holds up. It's Ward right behind and on the keeper, and Ward again, just having an unlucky day, gets knocked away and sent out for a corner. And that will do it. That's the end of the extra time. And it looks like that will be the game. No, it won't. We'll go to penalties. We'll line these ones up, and let's see if we can get the victory. It's Lucero on the first one. He'll have a chance. Tries to drive this one and pick the corner, and he does. And it's 1-0 here for Braunschweig as they get the first one. Munich lines it up here. He'll take a long run and drives in. Rodney can't do anything with it. We have our second one here. It's Hansen. Hansen. What a debut for these young boys. And he gets it. Unstopped by Braunschweig. Rodney, in his very first game in a penalty shootout here, has a chance as they take another long run. He has a chance and makes the save, and Braunschweig are on top. It'll be Carrizo now. The striker, who has the most experience, drives on, takes it and sends it all wide of the bar. And now they can tie it here. They'll run up. It'll be Rodney. Just tries to guess too early, and it's in the back of the net. And now it's Avila with a chance to make something happen. Drives on, gets it in, makes the save. And we'll have another chance. It'll be Rodney, who needs to come up big here for Braunschweig. They've gone left, and he gets it. Rodney makes the save. And now Rossi with a chance to take us into the lead. Drives and saved by the keeper. And now Rodney needs to make this save to keep our hopes alive. This could end the game. He drives on, and Rodney guesses too late, and it's into the back of the net. And Munich take us down, and we're out of cup competition, which would have been nice. We would have had some extra games to get some more experience into these players, but the young lads just can't do anything with it. And here we come, 2-3 on penalties. We had 14 shots, and Ward just kicking himself for not being able to put that in. It's Carrizo with a 9.0, Bastos a 7.3, Berger 7.8, Aboleto 8.1, Way 6.7, Rodney gets a 7.2, Rossi 7.4, Lee 7.5, Vanderberger 7.7, Barrios 7.1, Avila 6.0, Lucero 7.7, Hansen an 8.8, Mancella 7.5, Ward a 7.8, and Carrizo the 9.0 as Braunschweig go down out of the cup competition. So that'll do it for us here in this episode. We get our very first victory after the 2 draws. We're still unbeaten, so that's something to hang our hat on, and we see ourselves in 7th position. We're out of the cup competition, but that's just gravy on the potatoes as we look to try and get more appearances into our team. But we'll continue to fight in Bundesliga 2 and see if we can maybe get ourselves into a playoff position. But it'll be a tough fight. We haven't done especially well except for the first game. But guys, that'll do it for us here in this episode. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications. This way you can always find out when the newest episodes are coming out. And until next time, guys, have a good one.